Hello people of YouTube, Rich from PCGamesN here, and Destiny 2 will reduce the XP rewards from activities by up to 95% if you're earning them too quickly. So Redditors first noticed this phenomenon about 3 weeks ago with a post by iBelival including 2 GIFs of completed public events which they say were recorded about 5 minutes apart. In the first GIF, the UI indicates that the player is awarded 9,375 XP, and you can see the XP bar move by a respectable amount. In the second, however, the UI shows 11,563 XP, but the bar fills by much less. Now this inspired another Redditor by the name of Energizer X to carry out a number of more thorough tests in different scenarios during the Clarion Call event last weekend. Their post is worth reading in itself, but the TLDR says, and I quote, "If you earn XP slow, the in-game display is correct. If you play normally, the game drops some XP, roughly 50%. If you power grind XP, the game will drop most of your XP. In testing, I managed to lose roughly 95% of the XP during an enemies moving against each other event." Now this tallies with a ton of anecdotal evidence elsewhere on Reddit and on the Bungie forums. Links to both Reddit posts will be in the description below and are well worth a read. It's also worth pointing out that this XP cooldown might affect the XP gain that you get from Fireteam Medallions, which you can buy from the Eververse microtransaction store for Bright Dust, which again you get in loot boxes. If indeed this is the case, it's especially troubling since this is a microtransaction related item whose impact is almost entirely negated by a hidden system that Bungie haven't mentioned before. That said, we're not aware of any community tests that have been done to isolate the effect of this XP cooldown on Fireteam Medallions specifically. Now we'll pause briefly here to note that once you hit level 20, XP gains have no impact on your in-game power. Instead, they are the mechanism by which you can earn the game's loot boxes through gameplay. The contents of loot boxes are cosmetic only, unless you count blue mods, which most players don't since their impact on gameplay is minimal, but that's a whole other controversy. So in effect, this XP cooldown artificially extends how long it will take you to earn cosmetics through gameplay. It also made the recent Clarion Call event, which was supposed to double XP gains, pretty pointless. Now, as far as we can tell, neither Bungie nor Activision have said a word about this, which is a little concerning because Bungie have quite clearly given cosmetics a central role in Destiny 2's reward systems. Raid gear no longer has any real distinction apart from looking pretty, even in prestige mode, and when players got angry about shaders being single use now, game director Luke Smith said that they are an ongoing reward for playing, and the Bungie actually want you to repeat specific activities purely for the shaders alone. The most generous possible interpretation of this XP slowdown is that it's some kind of bug, but when you consider how important cosmetics are clearly meant to be, and the fact that loot boxes can be bought with microtransactions, people will obviously make more cynical assumptions. And here's the thing, without a comment from Bungie or Activision, who's to say those assumptions are wrong? Is this a bug, or is it a system working as intended? And if the latter, I'd love to hear a defense of this system, since it feels pretty unkind. And whether it will be changed now that players have discovered it. But I'd love to know what you think. Let us know down in the comments what your thoughts are about all of this. And in the meantime, you're all caught up. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.